Comfy, cozy are we?
Comfy cozy are we?
Snuggle close together like two birds of a feather would be.
And they would be, if they could be.
For us and sing a chorus or two.
For all of you who are jumping in on the YouTube live stream, of course, you can see a bit of a split screen because we've got Kent back in the studio. He's over in Studio A. And you've got old Uncle Pete here. It is Uncle Pete in the morning, right here on 216thenet, 216thenet.com, real life internet radio. And we're going to have fun today because Kent's here. He's been out for a while, getting all sanitized.
Yeah.
You feel a little more sanitized?
Yeah, I gargled with Clorox this morning.
Good. I actually inhaled Lysol while cleaning the studio.
Yeah, no, we've done that.
I literally thought I was actually on the floor by the desk over there. I thought, well,
this is the way it is.
Disinfecting for COVID. Don't have the COVID, but disinfecting for it. This is how it ends.
This is it.
Maybe I should call Mary Catherine, come pick me up. Because let me tell you, the room and the world and everything around me was spinning, and I was wheezing a bit, and because I was spraying, like I used 4 cans.
Oh,
4 cans. This place smelled like an antiseptic tank. I don't know. Like it smelled like a doctor's office on cleaning over.
that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
But now, thankfully, it doesn't. And thankfully, I was not a byproduct casualty
Right.
of the COVID. So, but glad you're back. Glad you're here.
Good to be here.
Glad you're healthy.
This early in the morning.
It is this early, and we haven't done anything this early in the morning. Well, for a while, because we haven't done enough. So, but what we are going to do is we're going to start sharing some stuff out here, folks, so that we can get you up, having good times. Who is this? Oh, this is about that. I did not think she would find that. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
The angels did say.
A fellow by the name of Mike Clark asked for Earth, Wind, and Fire Christmas tunes. And I only know that because I know Mike Clark.
In fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east.
By the way, there is fresh Death Wish coffee in the pot. I see you got your tumbler there.
And to the earth it gave great light, and so it continues both day and night. Nowhere, nowhere, born is the King of Israel.
Well, that was a high note. Well, I think that this is quite pleasant.
Just got the echo. We're too hot over here.
You know what we can do?
Silver bells,
Is
silver
that better?
bells.
That's what it says.
It's
Uncle Ted said that there's an echo.
An echo?
Yeah.
ring-a-ling. Hear them ring. Soon
Actually, the link will be on our YouTube channel. For those who want to share this out, you go to 216.net on YouTube. There will be a share link. Thank you very much.
Holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas.
Good morning, Ted. How you doing? Ted's going to join us, I think, this morning at some point. We're going to shoot him a link here in just a bit.
Gorgeous.
And on every street corner, you hear silver bells.
Does that echo better now, Ted?
Silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling.
No, I shouldn't listen.
You can whistle all you want.
Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow
Beautiful
crunch,
outside.
see the kids bunch.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it was nice and warm.
Santa's big scene.
The wind was blowing when I got up this morning.
This
Was it raining at all when you were?
Little sprinkling over there.
That is the first ever weather report brought to you on 216.net.
silver bells.
It was brought to you from the outside.
In the city. Ring-a-ling. Hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
That was lovely. These are some pleasant Christmas songs today.
Yeah. Oh, very comforting. He says there's still a major echo.
Really? Darn it. Let's see if we can figure that out.
He went onto his laptop.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him.
You want to try pulling your mic in a little closer?
They never let poor Rudolph
How's that?
join
I can hear you great.
reindeer game.
How's that? That a little bit better, folks?
One foggy Christmas Eve.
We're trying new things, new stuff and things.
Rudolph,
No better way to
the
go.
red-nosed reindeer, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then out the rain.
I have wires running all over the place. There's a plethora. Yeah, running them up. Wires amok.
You go down in history.
Dad, how's the echo? Still got it?
she might. Said she was going to, but then she also said that she's got a client at 9 a.m. And so she got herself up, running, and early enough, she would try and hop in here. If she does, I do not actually have that yellow mic plugged in, the yellow cord. I was going to have to rip more things apart to do that. History. There you go. That was Rudolph. That was Rudolph actually by, who was that? That was Hank Snow. And this is Edwin Hawkins Singers, the Edwin Hawkins Singers. With a little Three Kings for you.
Ted said no. Maybe that means there's no more echo. How many Christmas movies in a day should a grown person watch?
If they're grown, a grown-ass person, as many as they want. Yeah. I'm not much of a... I'm only partial to certain Christmas movies, and once I've seen them for the season, I'm okay. Did you happen to watch a lot?
No, I watched one yesterday with the wife, but then she was like, I can't watch these. One of them had a girly chick.
Yeah. Was it the Hallmark?
No, that was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hallmark Field.
Yeah. Because Mary Catherine put on the Hallmark Christmas channel, and because we actually have cable again for the first time in I don't know how long, decade, at least 10 years, if not more, instead of just internet. And I will tell you this: I watch basically 2 channels out of, and it goes over 1,000. I watch 2. And the stuff that I would watch, that I click on, it says, oh, you need a subscription for this. I'm like, why are we paying for this? Because she watches a handful of things on there that she likes. But I watch the Travel Channel because it's got all paranormal stuff on it. And then I watch the History Channel because it just happens to be interesting. And that's it. Nothing else. And I flip back over to Netflix or what is it, Hulu or Prime. I don't know if we still have Hulu around. I don't think we do. I'm not sure.
Eve before Christmas Eve.
Oh. I'm actually doing work over here, so I'll get to the board in a moment. So, and let me do this. Sorry, yeah, but Ted says, nope. Again, you said that earlier, so I don't know. Does that mean there's no more?
All is calm, all is bright, round yon bird.
As my mug says, I'm working harder than an ugly stripper over here.
You are. It's impressive the amount of work that you put into this room.
And so tender.
Usually I'm sitting in my recliner having a cup of coffee.
In heaven,
Now I'm just sitting in the studio having a cup of coffee.
sleep in heaven.
And now, Ted, I got to get your link set to you to see if this works this morning.
Silent night, holy night, all is dark, Save the light. See the eastern wise men bring.
Just trying to catch
Yes,
I believe it is.
homage to our
It is indeed.
of the giant.
Christ the Savior is born. Jesus the Savior is born. Silent night. All is calm, all is bright. Glory streams from heaven above. Heavenly hope.
You got all your Christmas shopping done, Pete?
I actually have to run out and get a couple of stocking stuffers this morning after the show and before 1. I'll be talking to our good buddy Jamar over at SMS Solutions Inc. in Waukegan, Illinois, and definitely do want to check them out. They're looking for all kinds of people to go to work.
Nice, that's good news.
Yeah, be talking about a new spot that he'd like to run, and get that up there for him.
With the angels, let us sing. Hallelujah. Hail the King. Christ the Savior is born.
All right, just emailed you a link. And you are welcome to pop in anytime you'd like.
Is born.
Shot a link out to Eric Bam as well. See if he can pop in this morning.
I thought he was a Tuesday guy.
He shifted over to Thursday because his Tuesdays got big, but you know, I'm Uncle Pete in the morning will be taking a break tomorrow. It'll be a best of, even though it's the New Year. No, Christmas Eve. I need to say, I got so much going on in my brain, I don't even know what day it is. But I'm taking a break.
So the 8th is sort of a Christian.
Yeah.
And you can't use somebody else.
It's the happiest season.
Hey, as long as there's cake, I'll celebrate the baby's birthday right along with everybody else.
You got a cake, you know, pie?
Um,
We're going pie. What kind of pie?
Oh, pecan, always. That's my number one choice. Pie. I like the pie.
I just had a strawberry out in the snow. Strawberry pie.
That sounds like that would have been pretty tasty.
Good crust makes the pie.
Oh, it always does. Yeah. Now I do like. I like a good apple pie. I haven't had strawberry in a long time. I'm not opposed to that at all. Oh, I love key lime. I really do. I like key lime pie. I'm not. My wife likes the rich. What is it? The chocolate with the fluff and the chocolate on top. Yeah, it's all chocolate filling, and then there's giant whipped cream. It's like that, but it's French silk. Yeah, she loves that. Yeah. But, I think for me, number one, key lime. Number two, no. Number one is pecan. Number two is going to be a tie between pumpkin and key lime. I like pumpkin pie, I really do. I don't even get cream on top of it. I get pumpkin pie. But
I don't like the cut.
oh, you don't like the Dutch apple? Yeah, you like just a nice regular crust on the top. See, I can go Dutch apple, and I don't mind it. I prefer the other. I'll go with. I like a good couple of dollops of French vanilla ice cream on top of a hot apple pie.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I really do like. As a matter of fact, I've taken apple pie filling and heated it up, and then just dumped that on top of ice cream. In the past, I might could even do that again in the future. So, tidings of comfort and joy.
See, I'd much rather have pie than cake. I'm not a big cake guy.
No,
Never.
depends on the cake. For me,
Yeah.
yeah. Like if it's on, I like a lot of icing on cake. I'm not a, some people, buttercream is all right. I like the I like the cream cheese based as well icing, because I love red velvet. That's my favorite cake, which is nothing but chocolate with the chocolate cake dyed red. But again, I like the cream cheese frosting and love that stuff. That's usually what I get for my birthday. My wife makes me a homemade red velvet cake almost every year. And then, but
It's gotta be moist, though.
yeah,
Dry.
you get a dry cake of any sort, it's not great. And see, that's the problem. You never get a dry pie.
Right.
I might be there with you. I might actually, give it some thought, I might actually like pie more than cake.
See, the pecan is so good, but sometimes you get it too jellyish.
Well, pecan has to be right.
Right.
And then it can't be runny either.
Correct.
A runny pecan pie is that's
Ruins it.
pecan soup, and that's not great. Yeah, you're right. The jelly has to be just right. Still my favorite if it's done right. That's why the others are kind of right behind it there.
Yeah.
Same with key lime, because you can get a runny key lime,
Yeah.
and that's not good.
Yeah. And that's bad.
Yeah. What about cherry pie? My wife likes cherry pie.
Yeah, that's a summer pie.
Yeah.
It's gotta be hot outside.
Really?
Yeah, for me.
Do you eat it cold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't heat that up and put it in no ice cream or anything like that either. You see, to me, like strawberry pie is great cold.
I like a pie you can eat with your hand. Like pumpkin or something.
Oh, yeah.
Key lime, pecan, you can as well. It's done right.
If it's done right, you can, yeah.
Just as you're walking by, you can just get it.
Cool, and keep it going. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that with a cherry or an apple nor strawberry. Yeah. Now I like this is not really a pie, but I like shepherd's pie. It's not a pie, though.
See, we're from Michigan, so we like pasties. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Those are good.
Yeah.
So, well, let's go over here. I'm not getting any more comments from anybody, and on the YouTube live stream, and I'm not seeing any complaints on Radio Garden.
Must have figured that out.
Must have. So people just seem to be enjoying the tunes and the pie banter.
In the chat.
So, and why not? And I did shoot a link to Ted and to Eric and anybody else who'd like to join us this morning. You know what? Even Captain
Fargo.
Fordo. I kept wanting to say Frodo, but I knew that was not it, because that's the Lord of the Rings character.
Yeah.
Fordo, Captain Fordo. It's always fun seeing people I've never seen before jump on the YouTube live stream. And by the way, we absolutely would love on 216 and on our YouTube channel 50 new subscribers for Christmas. That would be fantastic.
I just I put my last post out on Facebook.
Really?
I'm just tired of Facebook. So I just put my last post with a link to our YouTube channel saying, hey, this is my last post on Facebook. I want to stay hanging up with me. Go to and subscribe, ring the bell.
Yeah.
I would love that. And Yeah, just Facebook's just full of a bunch of junk idiots.
You know, it's because I know via the station and via some other things, I'll still be doing some stuff for Facebook. But personally, I don't hardly ever put anything personal up on Facebook anymore. I comment now and then on things, but I don't really do any kind of personal posts on Facebook at all.
I'm with you. No, there's all these groups and things.
Yeah. And LinkedIn, some people have been talking about LinkedIn getting more and more active, but it's looking more and more like Facebook to me.
A lot of weird things.
Yeah. Like, guys, this was supposed to be the business one.
Yeah.
And you gone and done it, Maynard. Yeah.
Well, they're as far as I know, still there's 12 on LinkedIn. So that's why a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, and LinkedIn, it does. I've actually sent in or put in the application to use the live stream. You have to apply for that, and I don't know how they decide to let you or whatever that may be, but even just regular video, if you upload it, has to be less than 10 minutes on LinkedIn. LinkedIn won't let you do anything less than 10 minutes. I don't know if that's the same for live, because all the live ones I've seen on LinkedIn are really pretty short. I've never seen anything like
Nothing.
anything like links back to YouTube. The YouTubers. But and we do have 91 subscribers now.
Hey,
We're only 9 away from that 100 mark.
11. What do we need? 900 and 900 more.
Yeah, well, we need at 100 we can make our own custom URL.
Oh, yeah.
Then we can market the holy living crowd out. And that'll be nice. It can be the youtube.com/216. And will be super simple to find. But then after that, we have a long way to go to become to even consider YouTube like an income stream or revenue stream, which would be nice to plug back into the station. That would be very nice to be able to do.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will. I think that's going to be our big push for 2021. I got to tell you, I am astounded that we are 1,976,000 listeners. Now we've been creeping. 24,000 away. We've been creeping this month. Just creeping.
It's been a weird month.
It has. What did now? Okay, here's the thing for the weirdness. I had so many people talking about the Jupiter and Saturn alignment and the star that creates the Bethlehem star and the summer solstice and the signaling the age of Aquarius, which they were singing about back in the 60s when we were with the beginning of it. Now, I will say, here's what's bizarre for me is that since let's see, since July this year, everything that I thought could never be done, would not be done, and there's no way it was going to be done, has gone so incredibly, remarkably, quickly, smoothly, easily. Even this week, things have just gone blip. I mean, the last half of this year, as I look back on it, for my personal life, it's just stunned me how everything I thought was going to be really hard has been phenomenally simple. Just ridiculously so.
Yeah, but now you're in a good spot. Now you're doing what you like, and you're no longer doing what you hate.
This is true.
So
This is true. And some of the stuff that I really don't like doing, even though I am doing that for just a few people, I like those people.
Still have a major echo.
Do we really?
That's what it says. Ted.
Huh.
Ted, get on the air then with us. Let's see what's going on.
Ted's actually over here, so let's go see. Let's see what's happening. Bring Ted on in here. There he is.
Good morning,
Good
Ted.
morning, guys.
Just went and filled up my cup with Death Wish coffee.
That's
the
awesome.
strongest coffee in the world.
Congratulations.
Absolutely the best. Hashtag Death Wish.
All right, I'm going to actually bring the music down for a bit so we can say hey to Ted. There's
There's
Ted.
so much echo on this, I can't even understand anything you guys are saying.
Wow. That's a bummer. Even still. Here, let me try something else. Let me just do this. Let me stand up and do this. How's that? Is that any better at all?
Not really.
No. I'm just not sure. Let's go over here. And let's say...
I'm going to try logging out of my computer and logging back in and seeing if I can get it to work.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Go right ahead. And we'll see you after a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to go back. I'm not getting echo that Ted's talking about anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. There's huge echo. Huge. Yeah.
That's really disappointing. Let's try. What's that on? You gotta be kidding me. Are we good now? You know why? I know exactly why. Because that mic was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's hilarious. See, you get a guy in who knows which button to push. That happened to me once before. Remember that?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think we're back now. I think we're.
Yeah, let's get back over here. Put this back together. Nothing like doing station engineering work live on the air.
That's good radio. That's good radio.
Well, that's how you entertain the folks. That's how you get them entertained. You have a lot of fun. And let's hear you now. Are you all right? Do you have a few words to say?
Still, I think we still got a big echo.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you know what? Maybe this just has to come out. Well, I can hear that from you as well. Is this here?
We're trying here. What do we do with this echo? We apologize.
Bring that mic right up on you.
Right there.
And let's see if that helps at all right there. And nothing like. How's that? Is that any better?
I don't know.
Let me bring this up.
You have your effects on? It sounds like you have your effects on.
No. Those are muted. That's all done. I have no more buttons I can push over here to undo anything.
Oh, check your Be Live. Is it coming off of the cameras?
No, it's actually coming off. It says it's coming off the USB audio here. Coming off the speakers right here, the USB. And this is just so much fun. I'm telling you. Maybe it just doesn't like having Does this board just not like having here? You know what? Let me try something else. I'm going to do this. How about this? Now we'll try that. Is that any better than what it's been as far as the echo goes? If you hop back over there on your mic, because I'm wondering if my mic over here
I don't know.
is just
Let's
too
find out.
is just too much.
Custer's always at 38 seconds.
I know, which drives me absolutely nuts. Wonderful
Yeah.
for you this morning here on Uncle Pete this morning. Uncle Pete in the morning. As we do test. Maybe we'll go ahead and turn that music back on just a little bit. What is 7:42 in the morning here on 216 the net? So aren't you thrilled that you got time? And but why don't we go ahead and let bring maybe a little bit of music back in. Let's see what we got.
Hear the page and stand by me, if thou know'st it telling. Yonder peasant, who is he? Where and what is his way?
No idea why. It's just crazy.
Bring me bread and bring me wine, bring me wine.
This is a show.
Thou and I,
This is coming from
when we met and
This is driving me up the wall.
my footsteps hood my page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage, freeze thy bloodless hold.
Give it about 38 seconds and let's see if that echo goes away. Is that any better at all? All right. Well, folks, what we're going to do is unplug some. I wonder.
The one thing we didn't check. The input.
Carry on here. Because I'll bet you I just figured
about
it
everything
out.
going so smoothly.
I'll bet you I just figured this out. I'll bet you there's no more echo.
Let's see.
It's gone.
because you were absolutely correct the first time around when I said that, hey, and it only took us 47 minutes this morning to figure out that because I'm running 2 cameras off of this system over here, and you said, well, do you have the sound going through the camera? I'm like, no, it's coming through the board over here. Well, the camera has a mic on it that's on you, and I never muted you. So we're going to go ahead and give you a little bit more volume. Let's bring that back up.
Now it sounds much better, Ted, huh?
Oh. All I had to do was click mute on your camera.
Go figure. There you go.
And you said, well, do you have the sound on the camera? I'm like, no, I don't. And now my mic, this mic, see, I've handled this mic too much.
Yeah. Well,
and it keeps cutting out on me a little bit now because it's, I mean,
you could probably go back to the other.
I think I probably will at this point here. So
bring Ted back in. Well, there you go, folks. Thanks for our psychedelic Christmas morning music.
How are we now? Are we a little bit better? There we are. And there we are, Ted. I think
Much
we figured
better,
it out.
guys.
Oh, and it wasn't you at all. It was us. I had forgotten to unmute the camera because the camera has a mic that is on Kent. That's all it was. I'm sitting here pushing buttons and Kent's wandering all over the studio, and I had simply forgotten to mute the mic that's on the camera that is on Kent.
Once again, you don't have to be a.
Okay, now it's back.
Yeah. So hopefully we're doing all right now. And you got us there good? You got us there good, Ted?
Now I'm getting lag on it.
You might get a little lag, and that's not something I can control.
Yeah. Well, at least I can tolerate that. I can still understand you.
All right. Well, we sucked up that commercial break with engineering work here in the studio.
Ted, give us your commercial, Ted.
Yeah.
The microphone's yours.
Anytime you'd like to do your commercial, Ted, you're more than welcome.
This is Ted Legal with Legal Legacy Home and Business Services. We are a everything for your home and business service. Phone number 815-836-6747. If you need any of the services that we may offer to find out more information, give me a call. Also, we are currently running a 20% special on any 2 services in-house that you offer or that you order.
Well, there you go. And that's a good spot from Ted. By the way, I can kill that echo.
Like, I can hear everything twice.
Hear everything twice because I forgot to turn down my little phone monitor that I was using.
You get somebody in the studio with you, it just throws off your entire.
You know what? I'm glad you're here though. It's been, man, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks, I think. So
since the 4th,
yeah, something like that. So
it's almost 20 days.
Almost 20 days, and so now we've got Ted with us here. Ted, thank you for filling in that moment there since we missed our commercial break.
You're welcome.
And well, now we're all back up and running here. So, Ted, we were talking about Pi earlier whilst you were battling with our severe echo. My apologies to everyone again for the severe echo this morning. But do you have a favorite holiday pie?
My favorite holiday pie would have to be sweet potato pie.
To me, that's very similar to pumpkin pie. Is that the case?
Very.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of a sweeter taste because of the sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to go with the brown sugar and marshmallows on that baby too, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pie too.
It is. I forgot about sweet potato pie. That's going to be right. I think that's going to be about equal to pumpkin for me. 'Cause
Again, but that's another good pie
Yeah.
done right.
you can just pick it up and go.
and go.
So there you
Yeah.
are.
Exactly.
But I think what I also like is all of the. Do you have a favorite like just candy, like Christmas candy, holiday candy?
I actually, mine would be peppermint patties. Actually,
The little discs or the chocolate? Yeah, the little discs with
the chocolate.
Oh, the chocolate. Okay.
Hmm.
Like, and you still thinking?
Yeah, well, I'm not a big candy fella. However, if I were to go with something, I would go with the butter rum lifesavers.
Butter rum. Yeah, that's your big. You have a tradition of getting
Yeah.
the butter rum lifesavers in the
Yeah.
book,
I
right?
like those too.
Yeah.
But I only eat, you only eat the butter rum about this time of year. It's not like that's not a 4th of July type. If you're going to go with lifesavers, you got to go with the fruit flavored one.
Yeah.
4th of July. But other than that, I think it's the white chocolate covered pretzel this time of year. I can go in on that pretty hard.
That's not bad.
Of course, when I was
I
a
like
kid-
those when they have the Christmas sprinkles on them.
Yeah. Now we're all of a certain age here. Ted, you look to be younger than most of us. But
Yeah, Ted's a young man.
here's the deal. Pete, you will remember this. There were cans of peanut brittle when you grew up.
Yes.
Remember
Yeah. You get the actual can.
Yeah. And then if you were at your grandmother's house, you'd go to take a piece and the whole all of it.
It was like cling together because it was all stuck. Yeah. I remember because my grandpa, my mom's dad loved peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Oh,
Absolutely
Oh,
loved it. And it's not bad. It's all right.
no, it's all right.
Yeah, but anytime you tried to get in there and get a little piece, you'd yank it, and the entire thing would be, or it would just be stuck inside the can.
And then
You
your
couldn't get
hands,
it out.
your fingers would be very
Yeah.
sticky.
And then you got to be careful because you don't. I remember him in his Irish accent. Don't cut your fingers on my peanut brittle. I don't want your blood in my peanut brittle
That's right.
because it had that sharp ridge around
Very
there.
sharp ridge.
So, but on
true.
that can, but I like actually the fudge. I like the holiday fudge.
Keep the nuts out of it, though.
Yeah, I'm not big on nuts in my fudge, but I do.
This is a family show, isn't it? What is that a prison term?
No, I don't like nuts in my fudge. It's not a prison term. Good God. And it's our holiday Uncle Pete episode. So, but I like that. But then I like the traditional ribbon, the ribbon candy.
That's gross. Can't do.
No,
Oh,
I like the hard ribbon candy. I don't, and I think mostly I like the way it looks versus how it
it's
actually
horrible
tastes.
taste. Yeah.
But I like the ribbon candy. So, but so that's all right. That's not too bad. But anyway, what about now on Christmas morning? Because you still have Lucy,
Yeah.
your youngest.
Yeah.
Does she still get really excited?
She's a true believer.
Yeah. Awesome. That's cool.
Yep.
I missed that. And Ted,
Still very
your kids, are your kids all grown? And I'm
Yes.
Yeah.
The youngest is 15.
now, does your 15-year-old still get excited on Christmas morning? Or
Oh yeah,
oh yeah?
just because of the presents.
Yeah. So is it a boy, girl? They run in.
A girl.
Girl, does she run in the morning and does she wake you up and want to? Are you well? You don't sleep though. You're kind of like me. But
Yeah,
do
I don't
you-
sleep much
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, she'll run out and want to wake everybody up for it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. We haven't had that since our kids were. I mean, I remember my wife getting them up early. By the time Cody was 10, 11, all of them, and he's the oldest, all of them were over the getting up early.
Mhm.
And we have pictures of them sitting around the tree, looking up at her, taking the picture. and the look on their faces is just like, like, how dare you have waken me up for this? We knew what was coming. I could be sleeping. I'm on my. In fact, one year Cody said, "Why do you get us up? We're on school vacation." And I'm like, I mean, when they were very small, they used to get excited, but by the time Cody was 10, because Lex was then, I don't know maybe he was a little older than that. Because anyway, I'm not going to spoil that in case there's anybody listening out there. So, but
Christmas was a lot more fun back then.
It was. This year will be different because it's our first year in a new place in 17 years. And our daughter is coming home sometime today from college.
Nice.
But it'll just be on Christmas morning. Well, Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, it'll just be my wife and I and our daughter. That's it. And, the boys, we'll see them at our in-laws, I think, on Christmas Day at some point. So, hey, that looks bright and luminous back there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that doing much
I don't
for you?
I don't know.
You know what's weird is from this angle, as I look at it, you can't see it on camera. Hold that up again. They're actually, I think it's because.
What are you holding up, Kent?
That's a laughing Buddha.
It's a laughing Buddha with an electric, one of those things you touch and the electricity follows your finger around and such.
Yeah.
And I gave that to Kent for his birthday one year.
That's pretty funny.
Because Kent likes Buddha.
Yeah, Buddha's a good guy.
Yeah, and but it looked like there was a head in there, like there was a face.
Could have been,
but it was probably because of the reflection of you and the camera and everything in there. So, anyway, from where I'm sitting in the studio, that was entertaining for me. I don't know about any of the thousands of you who keep listening on Radio Garden, and the small handful of you who are here on YouTube with us this morning. And I'm happy that you're all here. I really am. I'm happy.
And for those of you who aren't tuning in,
this is an interesting challenge.
Right? It is, and of course, if you're out there listening on the radio, our guest, right, Ted Legal. I mean, Travis Tritt. This guy could pass for Travis Tritt.
Thanks.
I actually know that. I know who that is, and you're right.
Yeah.
See, Kent has this gift of looking at people and figuring out who their celebrity doppelganger is.
That's right. So that and every lyric to every 80s music song ever.
Yeah. So
that's because on the Book of Face, it's a shot of you and your wife, right? That's your
on my Facebook page.
But you're very clean shaven. You look totally different in that picture.
Yeah, that was my wedding picture.
There you go. And so now I love this look. He's got the good long hair. He's got the goatee beard going. Guy looks great.
Yeah, Ted looks pretty slick. He's like that cool dude. He looks like that cool dude that you just see hanging at the bar.
Yeah.
With his single malt and just kind of like.
That's it. Just keeping to himself, like whatever.
Yeah.
That sounds about like what I would be doing.
There you go. So that's awesome. Now, when you have a little bit of downtime over the holidays, and I'm not really finding the downtime yet.
Yeah.
My downtime will probably be the next couple of days. Which, by the way, we have to find. I guess I need to know if Lana is doing metaphysical meanderings on Saturday. No. And I need to talk to Lisa and find out if she's doing Lisa's Changing Perceptions on Sunday morning. She might be. So, and I may or may not be in the studio on Monday the 28th. I haven't decided yet.
Tune in if you're here. You are. If you're not.
Yeah. Well, I may or may not be alive on Complete in the Morning.
So Ted, you were talking about downtime. Now Ted's probably a lot like me. Ted, again, a survivor of the COVID. I'm a survivor of the COVID, and I'm telling you, I just need to get out of my house. I mean,
that's exactly right. Drives you stir crazy.
There's times, right, as a dad and as a grown man, you're like, no, I just like hanging out at my house, But after 3 weeks of it without leaving at all, I'm like, I gotta get out of my house.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm going to be spending Christmas Eve at a friend's house with my family, and Christmas Day at my brother-in-law's.
Nice.
Not at home.
No, you got it's just and I'm talking with my wife and my daughter who had contracted COVID as well, and I'm like, isn't this awesome? And they're like, what? I go, we beat the virus. We didn't die. This is the bubonic plague this year. The whole world is locked down.
Yeah.
And so I go, it's like getting in a huge car wreck and just walking away from it.
Pretty much.
But we battled and we survived. So I was like, I feel really cool about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened. But I hate my house now.
I'm sorry you hate your house. And I'm glad you guys are. I'm really glad that you guys are both doing well and feeling good and happy. But now, this is. Have you been out? Have you gotten? Because you got to get stuff. You got.
Yeah. No. Once I became once I got past the CDC 10-day where I was no longer
contagious.
Yeah. We ran out and got. I mean, curbside pickup, things like that.
Yeah.
Get out of the house. But,
Do you like that?
I love it.
The curbside pickup?
Yeah, I basically hate people for the most part.
I think curbside assistance is a perfect additive.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Ted. Yep.
Do you like it better than? Because I know you don't like being. I don't know. I kind of actually miss just wandering around the store. But I mean, I'm not a shopper.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, okay, because, with Mary Catherine absolutely loves this curbside pickup and the internet order and all that kind of stuff. Loves it. We had to go run errands the other day. And she's like, well, okay, we got to go here, and here. Normally, if we had to park, get out, go inside, it would have been about 2 hours worth of running around. It was 40 minutes.
Yeah,
with the curbside pickup, and most of that was spent waiting. Now, here's the funny thing: we did do a curbside pickup thing at Sam's last week, Thursday. Got there and waited. She's like, "Well, I put the order in. It's between 6 and 7. Put the order in between 6 and 7. Waiting. Guys are coming out. What are you waiting for? Well, we're waiting for our order. We're actually done with all the orders for today. We got nothing left for Thursday." And she's looking, she says, but it says right here, it says Friday for between 6 and 7. And the guy's looking at me and I'm looking at the guy. And I'm like, it says Friday between 6 and 7. He's like, yeah, we'll have it ready tomorrow, ma'am. She's like, I said, this is Thursday. And she's like, oh.
So did you wait out there all night?
We were there for almost an hour, getting really irritated.
Sure.
And
yeah, that is irritating.
And and she's like, I thought I clicked it. And, so then what had happened then was after we waited for an hour, we're like, we're already here. She's like, I'll just cancel this order. Let's go in and just get what we need. So we went in, got what we need, and spent probably $50 more because we went in there than what she had gotten on the order. Because here's what I've discovered. You only get what you need on your order. You go, oh, I need this, done. Then you go in and walk around and go, oh, well, but.
Twinkies.
Yeah. Twinkies. Right. And, it was, and my but was an extra, here's what happens when you go into Sam's. Oh, I'd like to get some of those Bush's baked beans. Well, they only come in a 12-pack.
That's right.
So now I have baked beans for about the next,
that's good for you,
the next 6 months. But anyway, so yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about that going in is discovering that I do spend more money if I go inside somewhere. So what about you? Do you spend more money if you go inside or no?
Oh yeah, lots more. That's one of the reasons I like the situation the way that it is. I spend a little less money.
Yeah, I think you save a little money over. Now, what about the delivery folks? Do you tip more now? or no?
Oh yes, definitely, because they, their hours are probably cut, so you got to figure, they're going to need a little bit more cash.
Yeah. I think if we do the DoorDash, we tip pretty healthy.
Yeah, because we upped it from I think my wife used to do anywhere between 15 to 20%. We do a solid 30 now, at least.
Yeah.
Or just like, hey, whatever's in my wallet, if I happen to be carrying cash, we'll leave it. Do you leave it in an envelope at all for them? Like we'll tape it to the door.
If it's a contactless one, yeah.
Yeah, because we'll tape it to the door.
Yes.
We'll say, tip for, and please take this in a big black Sharpie, and they'll do that. So, how about a little bit more of some tunes here, because this is technically supposed to be a music show.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and play some tunes. We're coming up on 8:07 this morning, and now we have "Oh Little Town of the Bethlehem." This is by
Sounds
Anonymous.
good.
Cue Anonymous.
Yeah, it says "O Little Town of Bethlehem" by Anonymous and Ralph Vaughan Williams. Ralph was okay with throwing his name on it. Apparently, not the other person so much. So we'll take a bit of a break and enjoy a few more tunes here. I gotta go get some more. I gotta go get a coffee warmer here.
Same as me. I'll check back in with you guys maybe around 9:30 and see if the echo's gone.
All right, cool.
Talk to you then.
Talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.
They say it's Little Town of Bethlehem, but its population of 25,000. Yeah. Well, that was in 2007. So, yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
What do you suppose the headlines were in Bethlehem since Jesus was born there? What do you suppose the headlines were every time he did a miracle? Local boy splits loaves.
Carpenter's son.
Carpenter's son finds fish. I mean, do you think they bragged on him because he was born there?
I think they had to, wouldn't you? And it's like Chicago still loves Michael Jordan. He wasn't even born here.
He wasn't? I thought he was from Chicago.
No, he's from Carolina.
Really? I didn't know that. How did he wind up in Chicago?
They drafted him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. They saw him wherever he was and said, ooh, that guy.
Yeah.
So, which I'm assuming is how the drafts work.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
So
I would think they would have to. Well, they probably still talk about it today.
maybe.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know that calendar y'all got? You're welcome for that.
That's right.
Hey, what day is this? What year is it? You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah. I started that. Freeze at the door. I started that. What?
Yeah.
The BC does not stand for it before COVID. Like
Yeah.
President-elect would like this.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Did he actually say that? I heard someone else talking about that. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
He's not that. Well, I guess evidently he is.
Yeah.
I know we'll find out. Oh, Jesus. I just want this to be done with, one way or the other.
It's good stuff.
I'm running out of.
That's why I decided to leave Facebook. Too many angry, stupid people on Facebook.
Yeah.
That get knowledge from absolutely nowhere.
Well, that's because they have none,
Yeah.
apparently.
So
Oh well, that's all right. We'll see. And you know what? Eric says he's going to join us about 8:30. That sounds great. So, Eric Burns. Eric
Oh,
Bam
Bam.
Burns.
The
Bam.
Bammer.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll watch him. We'll watch for him
Sure.
to pop in here. Be about 20 minutes, and he'll jump in there. And this will be the first time you get to talk with him directly, I think.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. He's always a fun guy. He's been doing a coat drive. He's in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Where's to have family? But,
Denny Crane. Denny Crane.
and that was Deck the Halls. Fa la 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 line all over the place. And this is the Magdalen College Choir with Unto Us is Born a Son.
Yeah. What's happening?
Still doesn't even show that's coming in the board.
I don't know. I can hear. You can hear it on your. Yeah. I've been able to hear it. Just one of those mornings.
At least it's working. When you start plugging things in, it's in there. Turn that board off.
Got to turn your volume up on your device, I think. On your phone. No, I don't think so. Oh, it sounds good on my device over here.
Just not making the flashing lights it's supposed to make.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's my first day on the job here. I swear. Things just aren't doing what I want them to do. And it bothers me.
Yeah, Monday, it's your birthday, right? 28th.
Yep. All day.
May take the birthday off.
I might. Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm feeling like doing.
How is that down? Did you just get stuff at Christmas, or did they give you stuff 3 days after too?
No, I did not have an actual birthday until I was 18. It was always this is Christmas and your birthday.
Yeah.
Then a bunch of my friends found that out. Yep, Eric says rookie. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, go figure. I started plugging all kinds of things into my board this morning. Anywhere there was a hole, I just plugged the socket.
That was it.
And
Just get it going.
get it going. Didn't push all the buttons I needed to push.
Hey, but after the first 47 minutes, this show sounds great.
Fantastic. So we'll just do a little qualifier that says, if you're listening, jump ahead to 1 hour, jump ahead
That's right.
47 minutes. Actually, sounds much better now than it has all morning long. So just jump in then and do that. So
Oh, yeah.
I still have no idea why this is telling me one thing and doing another. But that's all right. As long as it's working, I'll just get over it. And we'll continue to have a great morning, and this will be a great holiday. Already is kind of a nice holiday. I'm surprised at some of the stuff.
See, this and growing up where we grew up down south,
Yeah.
this is what Christmas was like: warm, brown, wet.
This
That
really is.
No, not a lot of snow.
No.
I grew up down by the Missouri border there in southeast Iowa, Burlington. Little shout out to all people in Burlington.
And I grew up in Independence in Missouri.
Yeah.
Right there next to Kansas City, very near the Kansas border.
Yeah, and it was always this is
This is
Christmas.
it. Yeah.
Growing up, maybe 1, 2 Christmases I could think that had a dusting. It wasn't like there was 3 feet of snow.
No.
Just dusting.
No.
Where my kids grew up here in northern Illinois, this is rare. So they're like, I'm like, no, this is great. This is Christmas. This is what it's about. 45 degrees. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And it is because we didn't really start getting any kind of weather until mid-January, like winter weather.
Yeah.
Down in the Kansas City area. Then it was. I mean, the years we got big snow. And big snow was like 8 inches. Oh my God!
Right.
8 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, you got a solid
Buckle
8
down.
inches. Yeah.
That's right.
3 inches would close schools. And
Yeah, sounds like a rough neighborhood.
but we got ice.
Yeah.
Because it would rain, and then it would freeze at night.
That black ice all the time.
All the time. Watch that black ice. That black ice will get you. And everybody. That's all. My dad, my grandpa's, uncles. Oh, be careful of that black ice. You're driving out there, and we actually had the chains and the studs on
Oh,
tires.
yeah, I remember the studs.
I don't think you can get those anymore. I think they're illegal now. Aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
They're illegal. You can do chains.
You can do chains up here. But yeah, I remember having great big. I mean, they were like.
Yeah, you had to take the tires off.
You had to you had snow tires.
Studs.
Yeah, with studs on them. And yeah, you had to take them off, jack up the car, take it off, put those on.
Yeah.
That was like a process. And then we hated it. Don't want to put those on too early.
You get done.
Don't want to put those on too early. Oh, it's getting cold out there. No, don't want to put those on too early. So then you were always changing them out when it was freaking finally freezing.
Yeah.
And there was actual ice and stuff that you had to, but yeah, we had, and they were not pleasant to drive on. They were not pleasant to ride on. Yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah. but everybody
Sparks.
sounded like that. And yeah, you would see the little every once in a while a spark would fly up, or you lose a stud. Damn it, lost another stud. You have to get your studs replaced. Do you ever take them in for restudding?
I'm sure we do.
I remember that. But it was always kind of, gotta take the smooth tire thing for restudding. It's gonna be friggin' $10. I mean, now it's like, wait,
Right.
walking $10
$10 bill.
for some guy to inject studs into your treads. That your treads were not too thick anyway. I mean, your treads were like a good,
Like truck tires.
yeah, they were like a good 2 inches. So, we got somebody peeking in here. And I think we're going to go ahead and do this right here. How you doing? There he comes. Rumpa-pum and a tum.
Bang that drum, baby. Bang that drum.
Yeah, we will bang. Right, let me go ahead. We're gonna bring the baby Jesus drum down just a bit.
There we go.
And
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, man?
Good. I heard we had a little echo or something with Ted this morning, but I can hear you guys just fine.
Well, that's because I finally figured out what button to push.
It's a side effect of COVID.
Well, I mean, this is your first time hosting the show, right?
Yeah.
Welcome.
First day.
Good morning. You guys doing good? Merry Christmas.
Hey,
Merry
eh?
Christmas. And Eric, I don't think you've actually met Kent before. Kent,
No.
Eric. This
Yeah,
is
I've heard a lot about you. It was all bad. We actually, Pete and I started a Facebook page, just talking smack, pretty much. And, so we throw darts at it, all sorts of stuff. So but all I know about you is what I hear from him. So I just roll with it.
Yeah, no, that's it's all true.
Just believe everything you hear, huh?
That's right.
so
Cool.
Kent,
Everybody got Christmas
the other
presents wrapped, ready to go?
Yeah, well, I have a few more to do. I have a few more to wrap for my wife, but that's it. Everything else is done.
Nice. Well, I'm ready too. And I'll tell you, I'm ready for 2021. Good morning, Tim, my buddy Tim from Boston Impressions. I'll tell you what, we host a show together, the Penalty Box Live, and I know you know about that, Pete. But yesterday we had a great show. We had a couple of friends on who both they're professionals, salespeople. One's a vice president, and anyway, they're both ex-hockey players, which was cool. And so we got to hear some of that. But we surprised one of them, Rich Villar. We surprised him by bringing in his old Penn State hockey coach. Came on. And you want to talk about the look on his face was just like, what just happened? And it was absolutely awesome. And so shout out to Coach Joe Batista for joining us yesterday. He was just great. And he's got a book out that's really good. I ordered it yesterday and started reading a little bit of it online. And so good stuff. But I'm ready for 2021. I don't know about you guys. 2020 has been actually, I'm fortunate. 2020 has been great for me. I wrote something the other day on LinkedIn, just kind of thinking about the year, recapping the year for me. And man, it was a year of growth and a year of learning. And I started walking this year and lost about 10 or 12 pounds doing that. And,
you found it, you found it hard to walk before?
No, I didn't find it hard. Thank you very much. But I just was lazy about doing it. So doing it for exercise.
Middle-aged guy's been crawling most of his life. He found walking.
Yeah, right. Just crawling, army crawling along, right? But
working with
a good
clients,
year.
but yeah, he got it done.
Good year, and I'm looking forward to taking what I learned from this year and applying it to next year. And one of the sad things I think that's happening right now in our country and probably around the world, everybody thinks when the calendar magically changes in a week that the world is going to be just a different place, and that's not going to happen. And I realize I think there's a lot of weird kind of false, strange hope out there that magically 2021 is going to be like unicorns farting glitter everywhere and Skittles and rainbows, and it's not. But it's still going to be a good year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that 2021 is going to be an interesting year, to say the very least.
Yeah.
I think that it will be something that it's going to be whatever we make it, right?
Yep.
I mean, and it's gonna be whatever we decide to let it be.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a lot of people who are just done with everything that has ensued over this year. There's just going to be a sense of done with it. We're gonna just call that what it was. We're going to call it a year. We're moving on. And but also, just like you said, I think there are a lot of people who think that just like getting to the center of a Tootsie Pop, that something absolutely magical is going to happen, and they're going to go a 1, a 2, a 3,
just to get to the center. It's a nasty piece of gum, right?
Well, the Tootsie Pops had the Tootsie Roll at the center.
Still nasty.
Oh, right? That's right. It's not gum. It is that kind of chocolatey.
Now, the bubble gum things I didn't care for, but I'll still have a Poopsie Tot. A Tootsie Pop. No.
What's in the cup there you're drinking?
Right?
Well,
hot toddy this morning.
It's his first day on the show, and and he's drinking eggnog. So yay, this will be fun.
It's actually just Death Wish. # Death Wish Coffee Company.
I bought some Death Wish coffee this year. Holy smokes! A, super duper expensive, and B, I mean, I like coffee, but man, it was like drinking caffeinated motor oil. It was a little strong for me. So
I love it. It's Kent actually got it for me. He saw it and brought it in the studio.
It is expensive, but it
is expensive. And when he told me how much it costs, I started using it sparingly, even cutting it with Folgers, just because of how much it was. I'm like, holy shit, this is the good stuff.
It is.
But then my wife found some, and she got it on sale.
Yeah.
And this, I love this stuff. It's
smooth. It's good.
Yeah, smooth, good, rich. You do have to be careful how much you put in before you brew a pot. I always brew about 10 cups, just a little short of my 12-cup pot.
Yep.
And I found a nice ratio on the amount of coffee to put in there. But
that way, a pot of coffee is not costing you $8.
Yeah. So Kent.
I was just going to say 2020. I agree with you, Eric. 2020 is a great year for a lot of people. I've got a lot of friends who, because of government locking things down, have lost their businesses. I mean, that sucks. But for us here at 21.6 The Net, it's been a stellar year, record-breaking year for us here. We realized, made a lot of changes and shifts, and I don't like the word pivot. I think that I hate that.
I love you, Kent.
What I tell people is, I'm a basketball player, so if you pivot, you don't go anywhere. You just turn around in a circle.
Yeah.
Yep. I literally to cut in. I wrote an article that I put on LinkedIn the other day, and the 3 things I hate from this year. Number 1 is I hate the word pivot. Use the word adjust instead. I hate the word new normal. Use the word now normal, because you don't know what it's going to be tomorrow, right? And the other term I hate is, from a sales standpoint, is we need to bring value. You should have always been bringing value.
Exactly.
So I've chosen to start using the term deliver merit just to sound different. But you should have always, from a sales standpoint, you should have always been bringing value. You just had to learn to adjust and do it in different platforms, whether it's via audio or video or text or whatever it is. You just have to figure out a way to reach out to your customer in a different venue than getting on a plane and flying to go see them. But I hate the word pivot, because you're exactly right. If you pivot in basketball, you're just spinning around. You ain't going nowhere.
That's it.
No.
That's it. So I've absolutely loved it. But I think it's funny too, to your point, is everybody thinks here, baby New Year is gonna load its diaper and gold's gonna fall from the sky.
Nope.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. In fact, not a lot is going to happen until mid to late January, and we'll finally get the country's divorce proceedings under control.
Yeah,
and then we'll launch on into February. And then we'll start having the times, whatever they. I think for me, I think they're going to be pretty good. I think for a lot of people, they're going to be really good, because I think we're tired of So many people are just like, well, yeah, we're tired of people. So, but I think by and large, we're done. We're done with this. Everything that's gone on in this year, we're done. I will tell you, and I've said this before, I've been kind of pissed off because for the apocalypse, I was promised zombies.
You're right. Where are they at?
I got none.
We couldn't even get some quicksand or something. Yeah. I thought that'd be a real deal when I was an adult, you know?
Yeah. And now though, I will say with some of the video and things that I have seen from people getting the new shot.
Hashtag I did it for you.
Hashtag, whatever. There have been some questionable that zombies may yet come. So we'll see because interesting side effects appear very quickly.
The thing about the vaccine, I think, is, a lot of I live in the reddest state in America, Kent. I live in Oklahoma, and a lot of people here, there's no way on earth they're going to get this vaccine. And I find it interesting that I think two things. I think number one, you're going to find that it's not there are people down here. They're like, the government's not going to tell me. It's not going to be the government. It's going to be your employer that's going to tell you you're going to have a shot.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be, if you want to travel anywhere you want to go, whether it's a hotel, an airlines, places like that are going to require, there's probably at some point going to be an app that comes out that says, hey, here's proof I got my shot. And like I said, it's not going to be the government. It's going to be your employer. I saw an article this morning on, where did I see it? Yahoo or something, that talked about the merit of can you require that everyone that works in the building get a shot? And you can. Which is interesting because when you go apply for a job now, they don't say, now, Eric, do you have the mumps shot? We don't do that. We just almost assume that people have all that stuff or they've done all that stuff. But it's going to be. I agree with you, Pete. I think things will really start kind of evolving and changing once we get into February and March and April. But I think it's going to be for the good. I agree with you. I think 4 or 5 years ago, it was all about, we need new and we need to drain the swamp and we need this. But I think 5 years of this, the rhetoric of, and I don't want to get too political, but just the almost kind of like nasty hatred is just, I'm just done with it.
Yeah, I think everybody's tired.
I think a lot of people are done with it.
Yeah. Hatred, anger, it takes so much freaking energy. Yeah. It takes way more energy to be angry. It takes a phenomenal amount of energy to hate. Yeah. And after a while, people just aren't going to have that in them. I mean, some people always have it in them. I get that. Yeah. But by and large, people have been doing more. There's where we live in our little neighborhood that we've moved to. I cannot believe how many houses are decorated and lit up. This is the first time in 15 years that we did it.
Yeah.
And our kids have come, our boys have been home. They're like, why didn't you do this when we were kids? Well, because, you wanted presents and you wanted to eat and you needed clean clothes. So, we had other things to do.
Well, and how long do you leave those up then? Your Christmas decorations, are you taking them down in July or what? You guys are from the South, right?
Well, ours, like at home, they'll probably come down the New Year weekend.
You're a quick take her down.
I would leave them up till February 2nd, which is my birthday. That's totally acceptable. By the way, happy birthday! Your birthday's next week, I heard.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I wanted to throw out a couple of things this morning. First off, along the lines of the hatred and all that stuff. A good friend of mine, Sean Litvak, who hosts a daily show called Litvak Leadership Live, and it's on, I think, 3:00 Eastern every day on Facebook, and it's really good. But he made a comment last week about how many people want to complain about how negative their social media is, but his isn't, and it's because of the people he surrounds himself with. And it got me thinking, and I did a little research. The latest like actual real data I could find on Facebook algorithms was about 6 or 7 months ago that shows that 75% of your feed, is made up of the 20 people that you interact with the most. So there's two questions to ask. One, is your Facebook a negative place? If it is, it's your fault. Those are your friends, right? And if Facebook in general, if you feel like it's a negative place, those are your friends. So, so it's it's that age old thing. Who you surrounding yourself with is what's going to show up in your life, and it's what's going to show up on your timeline. It's what's going to show up on Instagram. It's what's going to show up on Twitter. You make those choices, and so there's a direct correlation of the top 20 people you interact with is 75% of your Facebook timeline, and then it was extensions of who they interact with, sprinkled in with a few other people that maybe interact with a little less. But I just thought it was really kind of cool and powerful.
Yeah, so, I talked about that on It's Your Move. If I see a post from you, Eric, that I absolutely love, I give it a heart. If I see one that I go, what an idiot, I go in there and I start putting comments in there.
Right. Or you just scroll right by it.
Right.
On trucking.
The ones you like. Yeah. You just, hey, all right, look, that's Eric Mann. Yeah, I love that guy. But you just keep rolling. Instead, if you want a positive feed, to your point, start putting the love out there in comments, and don't put the hate in comments, and you'll watch it change dramatically.
Yeah, no doubt. The other thing I wanted to throw out was so let me back up. Probably 4 months ago, I lived south of Tulsa, and there's a little community out here called Liberty. My daughter goes to Liberty School District, and a lady, there's 2 Facebook pages out here, Liberty Area Neighbors, and there's another one. And this lady said, we need to have a Christmas parade. Well, this was like a Sunday night, and I think I'd had 3 or 4 glasses of wine, and I'm like, I'm going to organize that. I somewhat regretted it for the next couple of months, just kind of as, kind of figuring this thing out. We had a few meetings, and of course, 40 people say they want to help, and the reality is it's 4. Including me. And so last Saturday, we had the first annual Liberty Parade. We had 35 entrants, and it was awesome. And we also made a canned food drive out of it. So people that, and by the way, out in the country, one of my concerns is, if you did this in a city, you'd have people elbow to elbow lined up. We're out in the country, right? 4 miles out in the cow pasture. So there was nobody lined up. There were probably more people in the parade than actually watched it. So no. But we collected canned food, about 250 cans of food that day. The Liberty cheerleaders brought the most, and we had a trophy made for them. We had a Miss Liberty Christmas, first ever, and it was a lot of fun. And I just, from the standpoint of one of the things that I ever think in 2020, or just ever in my life, would I quote unquote organize a parade? Heck no, I didn't. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a great day, and the weather was perfect. And I think, in the middle of a pandemic, you can have a parade, in the right settings, in the right times, and just imagine what we can do when we don't have this going on and things settle back into whatever the now normal is. And you know what? Have a parade, people. If you're watching this, have a freaking parade. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm even going to have Ted in my parade. Ted's watching. Ted, you're in the next parade.
Yeah, just bust him on out there. And I've actually got family in Enid and Gardner in Tulsa, and also in Oklahoma City. And they've been just, moving along like life is life, from what I hear from them, and doing just fine and dandy. And Ted, I did put your little note up there. Happy early birthday, Kent. It is a little early,
7-8 months early.
7-8 months early, but because he's in July. Yeah.
Uncle Pete, he's on Monday.
That is early.
Pete turned 73 on Monday.
73 on Monday, and
look good,
looking fan-damn-tastic. So, but no, actually, I'll be 54 on Monday. So there you go.
I'll be 51 coming up in February. That's I specifically remember my dad's 50th birthday party. I remember it. And
how old he was.
Acting like he was like 1,000 years old and couldn't wait to retire. And I'm like, and I sit here now at 50, and that just seems so bizarre to me to look back at that. It's so weird.
It is. I feel better now in my 50s than in any other age group. I've enjoyed being in my 50s. Has just been fun. And it's probably because largely due to the fact that you get to that point, that little bit of wisdom that you've earned over the, those
Yep.
first 50 years starts to kick in, and you're just
And you run a great show like this morning.
well, yeah, that professionalism shines through, shines right
that way.
through, and it's just so wonderful that everything you do, you put the echo in. What you guys don't know is I put the echo in just because I wanted to hear Kent's voice twice, and yeah,
That was it. That was it.
it's been that long. So, but no, it's you do try new
It's time to
stuff,
find out if people are listening.
and yeah, you do, which is cool.
I
So-
think Ted's got some phone issues or something, or tablet issues or whatever he's doing, because I've heard some echo from him on a couple other things he's done. So,
Well, I mean, it was our echo
Okay.
early this morning. We finally did figure it out. It was
Oh,
one
did you?
simple. It was one simple little button on the studio software that I failed to click. That I just, it wasn't clicking in my brain that I needed to unmute the camera.
Well,
that's
you're
on
usually
Kent.
in here by yourself. You don't have.
I am. I'm usually all alone here on Uncle Pete in the morning in the studio.
now
So-
you guys in the same studio right now, or are you guys in separate rooms?
No, we are. Here's what here's what happens if we do this. If I do that,
Oh, okay. Okay. All
he's
right.
like way
there we go.
over there.
There we
And
go. I got you.
I bring this because that's our Studio A,
Yep.
and that's the producer's desk for Studio A. I sit in my little cubby over here in Studio B
Nice.
for Uncle Pete in the morning
Yeah.
and some of the other things that I produce and voiceover work that I do. And then all the way over here, we have our kitchen and break room area and
Catch-all.
storage.
Yeah. No kidding.
Catch-all. So, you can see that we're actually in one great big giant room.
Yeah.
We just have it divided up.
And when he
nice
says great big giant room, it's a 10 by 10.
Yeah.
it just
Well, look
looks
giant.
big on-
So
I
camera angle.
turned on the fisheye
wide angle,
lens,
that's
and
right.
yeah, the wide angle lens, and just made it look big. But no, yeah, we're
literally sitting 3 feet apart. It's no.
we're actually more. We're in about 330 square feet of
Yeah.
space, and he's way on the other side of the room. So
I apologize to anybody watching this. This is fascinating radio and YouTube.
hey,
for the
I'm
people
telling you.
listening to it on their way into work.
Yeah,
this is
all the
wonderful stuff.
people and the people on Radio Garden, they're I can't believe how many people have hung in. Radio Garden listeners, I got to give it to you. You are absolutely wonderful. I love you all. You have been a huge driving force in helping us reach our nearly 2 million listeners. We are 24,000 away. If we can find 24,000 by December 31st, we'll hit our 2 million goal this year.
Wow.
And
Impressive. Congratulations.
but I will say, September of 2019, we were actually under 100,000, and so we've got that much growth in not quite a year and a half. Massive growth, and I will say, like Kent said earlier when he was talking, a huge amount of our growth is actually, I will say, most definitely for two reasons. One, we got our ASCAP license and we're able to add music. Two, was because people started working from home and COVID and started bouncing around looking for stuff to listen to,
Yeah.
be entertained by. And thankfully, a big chunk of them, at least a big chunk to us, stopped in and said, hey, I'm going to check these guys out. And everything
Yeah.
going on there.
Well, if you'd stop having me on here, you'd probably pick up a few. Like I probably
No, you brought a
people
few.
just click off and go away, right?
No, you brought a few to. I'd definitely say you brought a few to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Eric. And I enjoy having you in here. You're fun to talk to. From the moment I very first saw your little Tuesday video on LinkedIn, and you just made me smile. I'm like, there's a cool dude. So
Well, there you
it's very, and plus you're in. Now, did you grow? You did not grow up in Oklahoma, correct?
No, I'm originally from Boston.
Yeah. Okay.
Boston.
You can tell with all the the Patriots and the Red
Yeah.
Sox stuff, and yeah, originally from Saugus, Mass.
Saugus, Mass. See, and you do not have that Oklahoma twang.
No, lost that early. My mom and dad, my dad just passed away a couple years ago. My mom's accent is just horrific. Thankfully, I don't have that.
You don't have the Boston, but you don't have the Oklahoma either.
No, that's one of the interesting things. I'm kind of I don't have all. I'll throw in some y'alls here and there, but I don't have like a real bad Oklahoma twang though either. And so yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
And you,
Ken, what is that in front of your desk? I'm trying to figure that out. Is that
that's our holiday fern.
Oh, okay. The traditional holiday fern. I was thinking that, trying to figure out what the heck that thing was this whole time.
No, it's bad. Yeah, it's an explosion of holiday joy.
Yeah,
the holiday fern
on a fern.
Yeah, we just exploded the holiday joy onto our fern because we don't have a tree, but we do have a fern.
We do have a fern,
and so we threw some balls on it, and there's an elf in there.
It's interesting. I couldn't tell if it was a peacock or what it was.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what it is, and I'm sitting right behind it.
It was approved and sincerely appreciated by one of our office neighbors, her 5-year-old son.
Yeah.
He walked in, took a lap around Studio A and said, "I'm liking this." And he's super direct, and he approved. So I figure if we got the approval of 5-year-old, one of the most honest people you're ever going to get a comment from, we're doing all right.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. I mean, who cares about the radio garden people when you got a 5-year-old approving the holiday fern?
And for those people out on the radio, this fern looks like it was gone through the Holocaust.
Yeah, it's
we rescued it.
It is not good.
It's got some there's some imitation green leafy items on there, and I still don't know what those things in the middle are supposed to be, but there's some brown twigs that just come out of the center.
They look like
Pete, can you kick both of us off here so we can just see or make that picture big so we can see that a little better?
I can. Yeah, I can.
So I can get the full experience of the holiday fern. Oh wow! Look at that.
No,
we're back.
Here we go.
There we go.
When I pulled myself off. Because it takes me out of the
first mistake all morning. It's okay.
Yeah. So we're all right,
bro. My daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, the last 2 weeks, she's been calling me dude. I'm like, will you stop that? And she did it again last night. I was changing channels. She said, "Come on, dude." And I'm like, stop.
I get a bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
And then I have a 23-year-old son who still calls me daddy in public because he thinks it's funny. That's okay.
I'm a pops. That's my son. All my kids call me pops.
Yeah,
I'm pops.
Yeah.
Well, being a pops and being almost 54, Pete, are you guys looking forward to T-shirts and underwear for Christmas in a couple?
That's my Christmas every year, and the excitement is not faked at all.
I could tell that was you.
I get Christmas time.
He didn't get his T-shirts last year.
I did not get T-shirts last year, so I'm in rough shape on T-shirts, and I wear a T-shirt every single day.
I was going to ask because we talked about that last week. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to every year. It's new underpants and new T-shirts for Uncle Pete, and I look forward to that because that's my cycle through. And about this time, I need both. I'm in. I guess I'm a little rough on my underdrawers. I don't know.
On your underbritches?
Yeah, and they don't tend to.
They don't make them quite the way they used to.
They don't, and I do like.
Mileage.
I have a couple of I prefer the Calvin Klein. I'm a boxer brief guy, and the Calvin Kleins and
you go name brand. Watch out!
Wow. Well, they're
a big spender over there.
Yeah, it's and the I forget the other guy that they're from, but at any rate, my wife knows the brands that I like.
Mr. Smith down the road. I mean,
they make a stop at Mr. Smith's and say, "Hey, you got any hand-me-downs for
Pro tip for me, because I'm with you, Pete. I love to wear white T-shirt underneath everything, and I started buying these on Amazon, and the price is really good. They're actually Amazon brand, and
Really?
they're really good. They show up, you get 6 or 8 at a time, and the quality's really good. So you might check those out.
Huh.
Or Mama Claus, check those out. But they're Amazon branded T-shirts.
Are they cotton?
Uh-huh.
How are the necks? Are the necks baking up on you, or are they
No. Because that's a big thing, right? Yeah. Next.
See, and I went to I go the V-neck because
Yeah.
I don't like the other ones. Often they do bacon on me. The regular ones they baconed often. So
I hate that.
A number of years ago I went to the V-neck. So
yeah, see, I can't do the V-neck. I'm not a fan of that.
no,
I'm with you.
You feel exposed, or what's the deal?
I don't know.
See, I'm 51 too. I think it's just the kids of the 80s, and they're just you got to have a good neck.
Yeah.
You get that white.
Well, I'll vouch for. So this, this is pretty good neck right here. No bacon. No,
that's a nice looking neck.
Yeah. It kind of holds up my fat neck a little bit. So this is serious conversations right here, right?
Yeah. So, and Ted says he gets called DT for Dad Ted.
Dad Ted. I love it. Well, hey, I don't mean to cut you guys. You guys do your thing. I got to jump off because I got to get on a 9 o'clock call, and I've had a lot of coffee. But I want to tell you, Ted. Not Ted. DT. I had DT on the brain, but Pete, I want to tell you thank you for having me on this year. It's been fun, and looking forward to continuing doing this because I enjoy it. And Kent, thank you for letting him let me be on, because you could be like,
appreciate you, man.
Clown off this show every week. It's fun, and I want to tell you guys Merry Christmas. And secondly, you maybe heard me say it a few times, but I think this year more than ever in the history of the world, people are suffering with depression, and they're not leaving their houses, and the holidays are the hardest on people anyway. So reach out to your friends and your family that you may not see, and give them a virtual hug and tell them you love them, because I think it's going to be more important than ever. And my last thing is, next year I will have the traditional Christmas fern.
There we go.
There you go. And something that maybe that's a new thing we've started.
The Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe
we'll start in Chicago and work its way out.
Because I was thinking that might get thrown out when we were
Christmas
done with the holiday. I was
Fellas,
thinking
I got to run. Have a great Christmas.
You burn it.
Yeah. All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry
See you
Christmas.
guys.
Take care. All right. That was nice. We jumped in here. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in a little bit more early. We are right about here.
Got any second Bob over there? That was a good question.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. There you go.
Everywhere you go,
Take a look in the 5 and 10.
listening once again.
Candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Toys in every store.
But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that chooses the wish of Barney and Ben.
Dolls on top will go for a
Good
walk
call.
with the hope for Janice and Jen.
I've got work
And
to
Mom
do.
and Dad
I'm
can
gonna
hardly
go.
wait for school to start again.
See, just cut her up at night.
Everywhere you go.
Now there's a tree in the Grand Hotel.
One in the park as well.
Dirty kind of
Doesn't mind the snow. Like Christmas. Soon the bells will start.
And the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart.
half a line puts in the pistol that shoots.
It's the wish of Barney and Ben.
Now little Tuck will go for a run.
It's the hope for Janice and Jen.
And the mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start. And the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. Happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is coming round. Christmas goes right around. When old Santa gets into town, he'll be coming down the chimney down. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus got a toy for every good girl and good little boy. Santa is a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down. He'll have a big fat pack on his back, and lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season, so hoopty-doo and dickory-dock. Don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll have a big fat pack on his back, lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's a holiday season, so hoopty-doo and dickory-dock. Don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down. Happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. I don't know if there will be snow after the year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, there one for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and it one year. Oh, my golly, have a holly jolly Christmas to this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, oh, the one for you? Is there one for me? Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you don't hear, oh my golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. You know that Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitz, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, dingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, let's go, let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We've snuggled close together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop. At the fireplace where we'll watch the chestnuts pop. Pop, pop, pop. There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy when they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. It'll nearly be like a picture print by Currier and Ives. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We've snuggled close together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that load before us and sing.
All right, everybody. We're going to say Merry Christmas so long. Great to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up today. A little after 9, but I think you all want to get to your holiday weekend, and we want to let you do it. Take care. So long. Merry Christmas.